Yo, what is up, you guys? Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have no clue when this video is gonna be posted, but happy whatever day it is. Hope y'all are having a good day. Atlanta is finally getting warm, so that just puts a big smile on my face, considering after 5 years of living here, I'm still just never gonna ever get used to the cold. And I'm in Atlanta, like it's not like I'm like all the way up north, so I don't know how you guys up north do it. It just ain't for me. My African self, we just do not click. But yeah, so today's video I thought I would just tackle a few kind of like US related questions. Moving to the US from anywhere, or just like moving to a different country, is so overwhelming. I wish I had someone I could kind of talk to when I was transitioning. Like, it was really tough. Like, even now when I've been through all the big life moments, I guess, even looking back, it was still very difficult. So yeah, I asked a couple of you on Instagram to just share a few questions, and if you have any other questions that you think of while we're just doing this video, please leave them below. If you guys should share yours as well, like please do. This is definitely not a one size fits all answer, because it's not, but I know there are a couple of people who have come on different visas. Mine's a student visa, so I guess a backstory of how I got here is that I lived in Kenya and I moved straight to the US from high school to go to a US college. I went to SCAD, and then I ended up getting the OPT, and if you're not familiar with that term, it's basically like a work visa, like a temporary work visa where you're allowed to work for, they give you, everyone gets 1 year, but if you take a specialized degree, they give you an extra 2 years, so that's 3 years in total, and that's what I'm on right now. And then I got married within all that, so I haven't really transitioned to my green card yet. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys kind of the spiel and let the questions kind of lead, because honestly I don't even know where I would have started. Question 1, what was the visa process? Were you limited in terms of what I could do for work? For my experience, I know each visa has a different process, so please just make sure that you're on the USCIS site. So I applied to SCAD, which is where I went to school, and then from there I just had to kind of sort out my own paperwork on my end. This was nothing to do with SCAD. They basically just ask questions of like, what are you trying to do, what do you want to study, or what do you want to accomplish basically, and they just want to see if you have family. Basically what they're trying to do is just figure out if you're trying to like go to school and be in school and just learn, rather than just like going and disappearing in the States and then just never coming back. The second part of this is, were you limited in what you could do in terms of work? Yes, for sure. It's really a struggle, especially when, like, you know, fees are really high. So I was really limited to like working on campus. So I started off with that. I was able to get 2 jobs. But yeah, I mean, as much as you know, there's so many other jobs that you can get, whether you're trying to be a bartender or waitress or whatever, you just can't. But I know just being able to get the on-campus jobs allowed me to get the social security number, which is like, that's like your, it's like way more crucial than your ID. I feel like I've said that before. It kind of made things way easier for me to get a job later. The good thing about at least the US is that there's no, I don't want to say there's no nepotism, because there always is, but it's more of a thing of like, you're able to kind of dictate where you end up based on how much you put in. And for me, I've worked jobs where I was like the only Black person, and I was of course the only African. It also kind of sucks too, because you kind of have to prove yourself even more that you can do it. It's just like the stereotypes of it is, you cannot ignore it at all. Yeah, I guess getting a job, I would just say, is just one, really trying to like get as much American experience as you can. It doesn't matter how, what, where, it's just, I feel like it really just helps your resume. 2, just either building a rapport with a few people to get you those connections, because at the end of the day, connections definitely do help. 3, it's just really putting yourself out there, and it really does suck, but you kind of just have to work way harder than someone who like lived in the US. Another question is what's a good way of relocating if not via school and you haven't secured a job? Really, the two ways I've seen people come here without actually going to school is either working in an organization that has a US base, and then when you work in there, you kind of express interest to whoever you're working with, maybe your manager or whoever, and just say like, oh yeah, what are the possibilities of me getting taken to a different department in the US or something. I have also met some people who won the green card through the lottery as well. Like, I've met two people that it happened to, and I was like, wait, what? Like, it definitely does happen. But for you guys who know of people who have come to the US without being in school, like, please, and I'm sure that would help a lot of people as well. Another question is, are you on a spouse green card? No, I am not. Oh my gosh, my battery's dying. I am not on a spouse green card. I'm trying to adjust, but man, it's a while. It's really a process as well. So this question is how to cope with young kids and no nanny. Yeah, so this one is definitely tough. I think about it a decent amount just because like I think whenever I did imagine having kids, just because I've grown up with there always being so much support, it was kind of like a shock to me. I mean, we have a lot of support from my husband's family as well, so some days he'll just go there, but I mean primarily, but here, like, I mean, we're super hands-on with everything. And somewhere like Kenya, having someone live in the house or having someone who's there like almost 24/7 is very normal, I would say. At least how I grew up, I saw it as being a very normal thing. Trying to have a kid and have one in the States, like, these are the things that I wish I kind of like could see ahead of time how much work it is, because it's a lot. It's really a lot, and really paying attention to the resources around you, whether it's friends or just family support, because it's really hard to do it alone, and I really struggled with that. Living here versus living in Kenya is like totally different. Very high-paced here, and it just depends on the type of person you are. You can thrive here with that, or that wouldn't be a big deal to you. For me, it's been hard kind of adjusting because everything at home was so like chill and slow, and you had people, you had your cousins, you had your family, so yeah, it's just kind of having to like understand that, okay, it's a different place, and there's definitely pros about being here. There's a lot of convenience. You can get me talking about this whole nanny thing for so long because it really took me a while to like understand that, okay, like, this is just me and Luke and just getting extra support sometimes, but really it's just us, Oh, Vanessa said, no question, just really proud of you. Thank you. Thanks, girl. Someone said, how risky is it to come with a visiting visa and never go back home? Do not do it. I mean, with all the technology and everything, they know where you're at. They'll find you, and if they do find you, it's not gonna be cool. They know everything, as scary as it is. So making friends and fitting in. I found that I was able to make friends, or at least solid friends, when we were put in a situation where we like really had to hang out for such a long time. I went on a study abroad thing in France, and I was there with a couple of people, and we really bonded. Like, we bonded so much. So yeah, I think my tip would be to just find situations when you can bond for a while, maybe go on a trip, or starting small with like lunch dates, because you'll meet friends, you'll meet people wherever, like at parties, you'll click, you'll see that you have so many similarities, and all that is cool. It's just really the like maintaining and kind of creating that consistent kind of like, yes, I'm actually actively trying to be a friend. It's just so weird now. I don't know. Apps, like, how are we using apps now to make friends? Like, is that where we are? I don't know. Like, I don't know what you guys think. Like, let me know. What a time. Waka asks, which states have good scholarship and work? So in terms of states, I honestly, I don't even think it's the state. I just think it's a school that really has a lot of like scholarship opportunities, and I think I would first narrow down the schools that you want to go to, and then from there kind of figure out okay, where are the scholarship opportunities here, because as much as they have it on the website as well, I think just like speaking to an advisor really helps, because they know as much, they're the ones at the front of like all these scholarship applications. So if you really just email them and talk to them as a person and be like, hey, I really want to figure out like scholarship opportunities, like how can I go about that, and just kind of getting that like one-on-one conversation with someone in the school, I think that'd be so helpful, because they'll give you insight onto the scholarships that you're most likely to get accepted at, or they'll give you tips, or they'll direct you to maybe some sort of like state scholarship. Yeah, and like I said, again, starting off with just like on-campus jobs for sure. And I honestly don't know if this makes sense, but maybe the bigger the school, the more jobs there are. I don't know if that's true, but also matches is like the minimum wage. In Georgia, minimum wage here is like $8.25, I think, $7.25. For other states it's higher, but also the cost of living is like higher as well. How are the standards of living? Are they manageable? It depends on what type of person you are. If you're, I feel like the way we've been raised really affects how we see things. Like if you're someone who's always used to like doing things on your own and being independent, and like, then it's totally fine for you, because like I mentioned, just like I said, like there are a lot of convenience, like there's a lot of like things and apps and like just like technology. I mean, I remember back at home, like we never had a dishwasher. Now I have a dishwasher. I cannot even imagine doing dishes without one, because it would just take so freaking long. So like they're just like different resources, and I feel like standards of living for sure, it also depends on what state you're in. Like I said, like LA and New York are insane, and you just really need to go there with a plan, being like, okay, I'm able to get this job, because it's just very easy to drown. Atlanta is not really like the cheapest state, but you can really finesse like housing a little bit, and there's only so many factors you can really try and analyze, you know. Like you could take like what I'm saying and be like, okay, I'm gonna live in like, I don't know, Tennessee or something, because you know the cost of living is low, but then it might be harder to find a job there or something. I don't know, it's just like you really just have to go with the flow and just like adapt as you move, you know. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Questions are more or less the same, but thank you for watching. And if you have any other questions or anything, really I made this video intentionally not to tell you guys like what the answers are, because I don't know, but it is a good place for anyone who's abroad to like connect and really just share your experience. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, do not forget to like and share, subscribe, and do all that. And yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye.